Welcome back to Week 8 football previews. Mark Heller here with Kyle Odegard. We talked about Desert Ridge and Red Mountain in a previous video for the best of Division 1, and we're going to go even further into the Southeast Valley for Division 3, Queen Creek at Williamsfield. Queen Creek has been on a roll, tripped up a little bit against Saguaro, but even that was a really good game, and Queen Creek was even shorthanded during that game, with obviously without Matt Guida, and then losing Weston Barlow during the game to injury, lost by a touchdown to a very good Saguaro team. Williamsfield basically did the same thing with Saguaro last week. Got off to a dreadful start and came roaring back in the second and third quarters to basically almost pull even, and eventually they lost also a very close one in the fourth quarter. But again, kudos to Williamsfield for turning that into a big time game. Queen Creek has definitely had Williamsfield's edge the last couple meetings that they've had by a significant amount of margin. Williamsfield, pretty good, obviously. Queen Creek, maybe not quite as good as yesteryears, but still very, very good. Is this the year that Williamsfield can pull this off? And if so, how is it going to happen?
Yeah, it's kind of tough to figure out because, like you said, Williamsfield got down by 24 in the first quarter to Saguaro and then came back. And was that a function of Saguaro just kind of thinking they had this game in the bag and letting off the gas? Or was it Williamsfield that just got off to a bad start and then was able to right the ship because they can play with Saguaro? So it's really tough knowing exactly what Williamsfield has still because of that weird way the game kind of ended up. And they both lost by a similar amount to Saguaro. So it could certainly go either way. I think the injuries is a big thing. Mm-hmm. If Barlow and Guida don't play, I'd probably give the edge to Williamsfield. If Guida plays, I'd give the edge to Queen Creek. If Barlow plays, it's maybe a toss-up. So it's tough to figure out. It's a game that, if everybody's healthy, I think the Bulldogs might be a little better. But I think Williamsfield could definitely win this game, and I think I might actually take them. I like Cole Forsgren. I think he's doing an unbelievable job as a wide receiver.
What a year he's having since he came. He was gone the first couple of weeks because of injuries. Since he's come back, he's been tremendous.
Yeah, and Queen Creek's secondary was taken apart really well by Saguaro, and Williamsfield doesn't have the same passing game as Saguaro does, but Forsgren's a good receiver, and if they can do that and run the ball, they have good balance. So I'm equipped to take the upset pick. I think most people will take Queen Creek in this one, but I kind of like Williamsfield.
That's definitely a good call for an upset pick. I'm actually going to take Queen Creek in a close one. Williamsfield lost, and to the extent I'm not quite sure yet, but Williamsfield lost a couple more kids against Saguaro, and I think at least one of them, is pretty severe as injury rates go. So that's going to hurt the Blackhawks. I'm actually going to take Queen Creek in a nail biter. I'm going to go like 24-21, but I would not at all be shocked if Williamsfield won this game.
I'll take Williamsfield 21-20.